Good day for us, good win. I thought it was a typical MAC game, very back and forth for a long time. And I thought we played well the first half, and the kid LaFew is a really good player. He's a really good guard, and we just couldn't score to start the game. We got off to a slow start, and then we started to score. Then the second half we couldn't get stops. I thought at some point one team would get enough stops to win the game. We actually got a couple stops and played pretty well. So good win, good for us, good for our confidence. We looked a little bit shaky confidence-wise to start the game. The first 7 or 8 minutes, we just looked like a team that hasn't had a lot of success. And so I think the shots started going in, started playing well together, was good for us. So a good win. Hopefully we can build on that and get better as we go towards next weekend.
Tobin, you did get technical late in the first half. How much of a momentum swing do you feel that gave you guys? And how impressed were you with the resolve and the ability to fight?
Well, I thought they hit a 3 on that possession. Did they hit a 3 after they got the technical foul? Because I was like, oh man, it's like I told Clarence, the referee Clarence, we have in the Purdue game last year. So me and him have a great history there. So I was laughing at it, but I was like, dude, that's 2 points. Like that was 2, then they hit a 3. It's a 5-point swing. So right off the bat, I didn't like it, but I thought we kept coming. We showed a bit more resolve than we have. We've been bothered by missing shots and bothered by plays throughout the year. I thought we looked a little bit mentally tougher today. So that was good. But yeah, I thought I was just like, you hate to get a technical foul for anything, but I actually didn't think it was warranted, but But I'm not going to disagree with Clarence. Clarence knows his referee a lot more games than I have, so let him do his thing.
It's cool if you didn't score in the last 15 minutes of the game. You mentioned how tough it was to stop, but then you guys kind of stopped him for the last 15 minutes. You kind of took away his ball screens. What was the game plan going in, and what did you change?
Yeah, just stay tight with him. He's such an explosive scorer. The shots he hit in the first half are tough shots. Like the threes, like off the balance and the step back stuff. He's so good. He's good going left. He's good going right. He can create off the balance. He can get to the free throw line. So. I think we just try to wear him down a little bit. I thought our press might have worn him down a little bit, but he's a really good player. And I think at a certain point you just hope he misses. I mean, it's like you're there, you're got a hand up. He missed 5 shots all day. It's just like you got to do the best job you can without fouling him, and like he gets those shots off, and he's an explosive guard. He's one of the best guards in the conference, and we just kind of dug in and just found a way to get some stops But that's a really good team, and we knew they'd be a load to handle.
You guys talked about the press, and how much more do you feel that these guys have picked up the nuances of it? It looked like Matt got frustrated a lot early, and then again late in the second half. Yeah,
I thought our pressure was good. I thought our pressure was good. We gave some stuff up on the back end again. We got a little bit trap happy. I thought when we started making a run, we started trapping all the time. Like our press, we shouldn't trap all the time. We started trapping like a little bit too much. But we were making plays, we were being aggressive, we were getting some stuff out of that, and that's our identity. That's what we do. I mean, we forced how many turnovers today? Only 11? No, is that right? Yeah.
11 turnovers.
Yeah, 11 turnovers. But I felt like it was like you said, like we kind of got into them a little bit, made them play faster than they wanted to. So I thought it was definitely a factor.
Coach, it seemed like you were trying to bring Greg and Iden right into the lane throughout the game, and you hit 52% from that. Was that kind of the strategy going in?
Yeah, we gotta get to the basket. We just have to, especially those two guys like Greg and Edon. Like Greg has to get to the basket. That's what he does, obviously, and Edon has to as well. So our spacing has to get better. It continues to be a work in progress. We worked on it hard this week, getting some room to drive. Like you can drive all you want to. If there's no space to drive to, it's hard to make those kind of plays. But I thought we had room to drive today. All the guys like JB got to, Joe Brown got to the basket, Quigley got to the basket, Gene got to the basket. That's got to be our strength. And then once we do that, then we collapse the defense, and then Wesley can hit threes, and guys can make threes.
Yeah. How was that when Wesley got the 3 straight 3-point shots in the right corner?
Yeah, it was great to see him hit some shots.
Yeah.
It was good. Credit to Wes, like he didn't force anything. He kind of waited for, and was patient, waited for the shots to come to him, and then he got him in a flurry. I thought a lot of times great 3-point shooters make threes in bunches. He got those 3. That was huge.
You guys say Greg found himself a little more offensively. He's got back-to-back 20-point games now.
Yeah, he played better. Yep, he actually had a great week of practice. Like he's really getting better. I mean, it's all new for him. It's all everything we do is new for him. So it's like he's trying to get used to expectations, accountability, playing hard all the time, practicing hard all the time. Team scouting him. Teams aren't guarding his jumper right now. All this stuff that they're doing, that's all new for him. So he's learning as we go. But I think he's making progress.
Where are you guys in terms of how your practices have been? Are they getting better? Since last
Yeah,
time?
much better. Unusual. We had a whole week off after last Sunday, so we had a chance to really get a lot of stuff done. We worked hard. We practiced hard. We're getting better. And I think we saw signs of that today.
You guys only turned it over 5 times today. Just how important was the ability to keep the ball secure? And I mean, you scored like what, 1.8 points per possession in the first 12 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, no, it was turnovers kill you, right? So we try to work on that hard, not turn the ball over. The idea is we're trying to turn teams over, not turn the ball over ourselves. So I think us not turning the ball over is a big part of how we play. It's like we were plus 6 today in turnovers. That's huge. If you're plus 5, that's kind of the minimum. We were plus 6. That was good.
You played everybody within the first 12 minutes of the first half. How refreshing was that to get everybody out there just for a little bit of run?
It was good. It was good to see. Terrell's back, which is great. Obviously, he was a little bit rusty, but to have him back, have some energy. Got a little bit of foul trouble, but he was good to have him back. Everybody played a little bit. We just didn't. We need more consistent, better contributions for those bench guys. Like Sultan came in and gave a couple offensive rebounds, missed a shot around the basket. Like he's got to get better at that stuff. Saunders, I thought, gave us some decent minutes. Not long though. I think for us to get better, we need longer stretches from those guys like Saunders, Bryce, and Sultan have to play. And Terrell's a 5th-year senior, big, strong guy, physically like he belongs out there. Those guys are all like Sultan's a freshman, Saunders a freshman, Bates a freshman, Isaac Bryce is a sophomore. Like Terrell's the guy that's got to help us because Terrell's an older guy who's averaged 8 or 9 points a game as a Division I player. Like he can help us more as far as us making a bigger jump. I think.
Oz gets a double-double.
That's great.
What did you say about him, and how much more has he come along?
Well, he looked a little discouraged. I think we're all discouraged. We're all discouraged. You want to win. You want to be successful. We haven't had the kind of years so far we wanted to have, right? So I think it's easy to feel bad about how things are going. I think he's used to winning, but like we told him, we're used to winning too, So it's like how do you handle that, right? He's younger and it's tougher for him than it is for us. So we try to get his spirits up a little bit. I thought him making a couple shots, him getting 10 rebounds is only going to help us. He blocked a couple shots defensively. He did a couple things more to where he was more of a factor. He hadn't been a factor the last couple games besides just shooting jumpers. He was a factor today defensively on the glass. His defensive intensity. He drove the ball a couple times today. Got to the basket. His knee's not 100%. Oz does not. He just can't make the plays he's used to make. That's frustrating. So him getting a little bit of positivity will only help him and help us too. So you got to listen. It's part of why athletics are good. It's like we got to fight through. We're all name the adjective: disappointed, discouraged, frustrated, whatever it is. Why that's great. You can't let that bother the work going forward. You just got to keep on getting better. That's what we have to do. And listen, we're all pissed off about how it's going. All right, well, let's get better. I think this will help him going forward.
Do you think the team is a lot closer to developing their offensive identity?
Sam, I wish I could say yes on that one. I have no. If you asked me the first 8 minutes of the game, I'm like, we went back to we couldn't score again. We're missing layups, we're missing shots at the rim. So I'd like to think so, but I think we're always going to be a team that's going to be up and down, inconsistent offensively. That us scoring 85, that's just not going to happen all the time because it hasn't happened all year long, right? It's a Colgate we do, today we do, other game we scored. We held St. Peter's, we scored like 12 points the whole game, right? So we got to, what's our identity? It's got to be our defense, got to be our press, got to be the grittiness, and then some nights we hit shots, sometimes we don't hit shots. We got to find a way to win all those ways,
You guys seem to lean in, make this game a lot more physical than some of the other ones I've seen you play. How did that factor into the game plan?
That's a good point because I thought we got punked a little bit physically the last. We definitely have gotten. When you get out rebounded by Niagara by 17 rebounds, that's not a good sign for you physically. I thought we got a little bit out muscled, out toughed, outworked, and we made that a point the last week or so. Like they can't come in here and just physically. And I thought the first 8 minutes they kind of did, and we fought because they had 6 offensive rebounds the first 8 minutes. I think they had 2 the rest of the game. So we kind of settled in a little bit and we're a little more physical because we were not to start the game for the most part, I think people are looking at us and saying we're not as tough as we should be, And that's not an indictment of the team, it's an indictment of our whole, they must not think I'm tough either. They must think we're a bunch of soft guys. So we have to fight back a little bit. We got to be a little more physical, And I thought we were better today at that,
Practices in the last week, were any different emphases or any changes or just stressing the same things?
Well, as good as we're +8 in rebounding. So you go from -17 to +8. That's a 25. It shouldn't be that. Are we going to be +8 all the time? No. Are we going to be -17 all the time? Hopefully not that either. So just to go back to that. Yeah, we worked on all this stuff. And listen, there's no secrets at this point in the season. Like we know what we're good at, what we're not good at. So we worked on our rebounding, we worked on our offense, we worked on our press. So nothing too groundbreaking. We're still trying to fill each other out a little bit with that kind of stuff, but it's too late it's too late now to not know who you are. So we got to be better across the board. And the things we do well, we got to be great defensively. We got to be great with our pressure. We got to make people uncomfortable. And then, I think the fact that we haven't turned the ball over is a good thing. We're the first in the league, and we talked about too. Like if you look at our stats, there's nothing we do great besides the turnover and differential and the turnovers. Everything else kind of in the middle somewhere. We got it. Our defense has to be better. It's got to get to the top of the conference. It just has to. And so hopefully today was a step in the right direction. Good.
One other thing, Greg Gordon, seems to me that he's adjusting much better now to Division I basketball as compared to JUCO. Is that a fair statement?
Oh, very fair statement. Yeah. I don't know how much JUCO basketball you've seen. This is not an indictment of JUCO basketball, but it's not. There's sometimes those games, it's like, you might go out and get 25, and I might get 25, and we all might get 25, and it's like, it's just the way it is. It's like it's just different. It's just there's no game plan, there's no scout reports, there's no preparation. It's just not that way for the most part. And at the highest level, it is. So it's like this is all, back at JUCO, they walk in and say, well, this guy he's pretty good driving the ball to the rim. They wouldn't find that out until about halfway through the first half or something like that. Everybody knows who he is now. So I think he's getting better. He's a really good passer. I think as time goes on and he starts to do a better job of drawing more people to him, he can be a better distributor with the ball. That's got to be a part of how he plays. But I thought he had a great week of practice. I thought he played very well. He put 2 games back to back, which is great. It's like we see this play all year. Charleston is awesome. Quebec Hartford is terrible. Down in Florida, good, bad, good, bad. It'd be great to have him do it consistently. We kind of need that from him. And our best 2 players, R.E. Don and Greg. Those guys have to lead us because they're the guys who can score. They can do us more. They have to, And I thought we saw more signs of that today.
All right.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks.